Have you ever wondered what really goes on in a woman's mind when it comes to sex? For decades, men have been searching for answers, often believing myths, half-truths, and advice passed down by friends who don't really know either. The truth is, female sexuality is much deeper and more psychological than most men realize. It's not just about the physical act. It's about emotional triggers, mental states, and subconscious desires that can completely change the way a woman experiences intimacy. And once you understand these hidden psychological truths, you'll never look at sex, relationships, or attraction the same way again. Today, we're uncovering 5 female sex psychology secrets that every man should know. These are the kinds of truths women rarely admit openly, yet they play a massive role in how they connect, bond, and surrender in intimacy. And if you pay attention, these secrets, 1, just make you better in bed. They'll make you unforgettable in her mind, body, and soul. The first secret is that women are turned on by anticipation more than the act itself. For most men, sexual desire is very visual and immediate. A man sees something attractive, and arousal kicks in. But for women, it's not that straightforward. Their arousal builds through context, imagination, and emotional tension. In fact, studies have shown that women's brains light up more during the anticipation of sex than the act itself. That means the build-up is everything. A long gaze, a lingering touch, the unspoken tension of wanting but not having. It drives her wild. Many men make the mistake of rushing. They think speed equals passion. But for women, speed often kills desire. The longer you stretch out anticipation, the more her mind takes over. And here's the kicker. The female brain is the most powerful sex organ. Not her body, her mind. When you trigger her imagination, when you create tension, when you make her wonder what's coming next, you unlock a deeper level of arousal than physical stimulation alone ever could. The second secret is that women crave psychological dominance more than physical dominance. Let's be clear. This doesn't mean control in a toxic or abusive way. It means women are aroused by men who lead with confidence, presence, and certainty. Women secretly want to feel desired so strongly that it bypasses logic. They want to feel like you've chosen them with intention, that you're the one setting the pace, creating the frame, and guiding the experience. In psychology, this links to the idea of surrender. True surrender only happens when a woman feels safe, yet deeply desired. That balance is intoxicating. A man who is passive, who waits for her to initiate everything, may feel respectful, but it often kills attraction. Women want a man who reads the moment, takes charge, and makes her feel like she can let go of control. It's not about force. It's about presence. The way you hold her hand, the way you guide her body, the way you whisper something confident in her ear. All of this creates a psychological dominance that women secretly crave. It's about her feeling she doesn't need to think. She can just feel. The third secret is that women link emotional intimacy with sexual intensity. For men, sex and love can sometimes be separate compartments. A man can be physically intimate without much emotional attachment. But for most women, sex without emotion is rarely satisfying. That's because, on a psychological level, emotional closeness heightens physical pleasure. When a woman feels emotionally connected, safe, and understood, her body responds more fully. She lets go of insecurities, she relaxes, and her desire intensifies. This is why foreplay for women often begins long before the bedroom. It acts in the way you talk to her, listen to her, or make her feel valued. Think about it. A woman who feels ignored or unappreciated won't crave intimacy, even if you're physically affectionate. But a woman who feels seen, heard, and cherished will crave you in ways you can't imagine. Her psychology is wired to bond sex with emotion. And the men who understand this aren't just lovers. They were unforgettable experiences in a woman's life. The fourth secret is that women are more aroused by imagination than reality. Men often think they need to be perfect in performance, physique, or stamina. But the truth is, women's minds do most of the heavy lifting. Female sexuality thrives in the world of imagination, fantasies, scenarios, and unspoken desires. That's why women read romance novels, watch slow-burn dramas, and get hooked on stories where tension builds. It is less about what's happening physically, and more about the story being told in her mind. A woman could be with a man who is average in bed, but unforgettable in how he teases her imagination, and she'll crave him endlessly. Why? Because he makes her feel. He sparks her fantasies, her curiosity, her unspoken desires. The real secret here is that most women openly share their fantasies because of fear of judgment. But if you create a safe, playful space where she feels free to express herself, you'll unlock a level of intimacy that other men never reach. Her fantasies are the real gateway to her deepest pleasure. The fifth secret is that women respond more to energy than technique. Men often obsess over technique, what move to try, what position to use, how long to last. While these things matter to an extent, they're not the real game changer. What women actually respond to is energy, your vibe, your presence, your confidence, your passion. If your mind is anxious, distracted, or insecure, she feels it instantly. But if your energy is grounded, confident, and fully present, she melts. Sexual energy is contagious. When you're completely immersed in the moment, when your focus is entirely on her, not on performance, not on your ego, but on connection, her body naturally responds. This is why some men with no special tricks still leave women obsessed. It's not what they do, it's how they make her feel. Energy beats technique every single time. Now let's go deeper. These 5 secrets might seem simple, but they reveal something profound. Women's sexual psychology is not linear. It's layered. It's emotional, mental, and energetic. And most men miss this entirely because they're focused on surface-level attraction. They think looking good, buying gifts, or lasting longer is enough. But women's desire isn't switched on by surface. It's ignited by depth. Think about anticipation. If you understand how to build tension, you control the pace of her desire. Imagine walking into a room and brushing past her without touching, but letting your presence linger. Imagine her lying awake at night thinking about the way you looked at her earlier. That's anticipation. And it drives her mad in the best way possible. Think about dominance. Not the cartoon version of dominance where you bark orders or act controlling, but the real psychological dominance that comes from certainty. Women love the man who knows what he wants, who leads without hesitation, who makes her feel chosen and claimed. That level of intentional desire is rare, and it's irresistible. Think about emotional intimacy. Too many men forget that for women, emotions and sex are intertwined. When she feels like you see her soul, her body responds with passion she can't fake. When she feels like you truly understand her, she craves you with intensity. This is the psychology most men ignore, but it's where the real fire lives. Think about imagination. Women live in fantasies more than men admit. If you can play into that, through storytelling, teasing, playful tension, you awaken her inner world. And once a woman links you to her fantasies, no other man can compare. Think about energy. This is the invisible force. When your energy is centered, passionate, and present, she feels safe, yet excited. She feels desired, yet respected. She feels the connection not just in her body, but in her soul. That's why energy is the ultimate aphrodisiac. So what does all this mean? It means that women don't just want physical pleasure. They want to be seduced mentally, emotionally, and energetically. They want to be taken on a journey, not just an act. And the man who can provide that journey becomes unforgettable. Remember, these 5 secrets: anticipation, dominance, emotional intimacy, imagination, and energy aren't tricks. They're truths. They're the hidden codes of female sexual psychology. Once you master them, you'll realize sex isn't just an act. It's an art. And women secretly long for men who understand that art. If you found this eye-opening, make sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel, The Untold Truth, for more powerful psychology secrets, hidden truths, and untold stories that change the way you see attraction and relationships.